Hello, hello. It is Sarah Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for Wellness Astrology for this moon in Sagittarius. This is December 27th through the 29th. This may not be the usual socially saggy moon ever. In fact, it could be more of a flamethrower type of moon in Sag, because we're kind of feeling some kind of ways. We've got some craziness going on. We have this moon is also a darkening moon to a new moon in Capricorn. And while I like the energy around the Capricorn new moon, I can see where the energy leading up to this Capricorn new moon is going to be a little bit destabilizing because we're having to let things go. We're having to broaden ourselves a little bit. We're having to, break out of our comfort zones. And it's just kind of a dicey time, right? So get a little focused on yourself, get a little focused on what you need for you, and what kind of people, what kind of education, what kind of motivation do you need for you? What kind of boundaries do you need for you to actually do the things that you want to do? Setting your stage and all of that. And so as you're moving into this darkening moon, it's kind of like this opportunity to get clear as to what that is. And maybe Christmas looks a little different for you this year. Maybe New Year's is looking a little different for you this year. And so, you may have some disruptions there, and it may be pulling you or pushing you to broaden yourself just a little bit, or to be more settled with yourself and your own space, rather than the usual socializing types of things. And so, we're moving, we're really close to the nodes being at 0 degrees Aries, 0 degrees Libra. And we're going to have that for about 10 days. And that's going to have, it's going to happen like right after the new moon. And then we'll have New Year's. And then these nodes are going to be at these 0 degree points for the next 10 days. So as we move into that and as we close out this year, I really want to invite you to let 2024 be the end of a lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of I'm small stories. Let this be the end of small belief systems that keep you capacitated to the point where it's hard to breathe, where it's hard to grow, where it's hard to expand your horizons, right? Maybe it's time to let go of some certain ways of being and some beliefs and some, I don't know, some conversations, and how you present yourself and all of those sorts of things. Maybe it's time for the end of some social groups. Sagittarius is typically a very social sign, but you may just not be feeling aligned with certain groups of people anymore. Or certain the group gets boring to you because you're the sober one and your friend group that you've been friends with is still drinking, or you've quit, you've changed your eating habits or your fitness habits, and your friend group just isn't moving along. And so maybe it's time for a new friend group, things like that. So it's really, I love this because I've been through this. And while it seems sticky as you're moving through it, I want you to know that it is better on the other side. And that it does get better, but it does take time. It does take grief. It does take tears. It does take you detoxing from those people, those behaviors, those habits. It takes some detox time, right? And so really feel into this for yourself as you are preparing to let go of or detox from whatever you're needing to let go, right? You cannot take everything with you to the next level. You can't take those mindsets with you. You can't take those thoughts. You can't take all the complaining. You've got to let go of some of that shit in order to allow new things to come in. So if you've been, on the transformation train for a long time and you're like, how come this ain't working for me? How come the work only works when you work the work, right? The work works when you work the work, but the work sometimes is you have to let go of old things in order to have new things, right? You can't keep shoving clothes into your closet. You can't keep shoving dishes into your cabinet. You can't keep shoving food into your pantry. Eventually, you run out of space. You run out of shelves. You run out of closets. You run out of hangers, right? And you've got to let some stuff go. But you've also got to do this mentally and in like your daily practices as well. You can't keep spending time. Oh God, this is me. You can't keep spending time watching reruns of old shows just because it's fun and entertaining when you would rather be tackling your book read goal, or you would rather be taking a class, or you would rather be publishing your book, or you would rather be working on that project, or you'd rather be exercising, right? So feel into this for yourself, because this is no joke. This is a really, really, really potent opportunity to really let some old shit go. And guaranteed, you're not going to get very far if you're complaining and you're gossiping and, everybody else is doing blah, 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 blah. It's not important. It's not your circus, not your monkeys, right? So this is a really, really potent time. Take advantage of it. Let's see what's up with the tarot. And I do have the Woodland Wardens deck that I keep forgetting to use. So yeah. All right. We got the sun in reverse. To get this with a Sagittarius moon, darkening moon, I'm going to say that this is what you are using to dim your own sun. You are using excuses. You are using complaints. You are using, well, I don't know how to do XYZ. Okay, but you know what? I guarantee you there's a YouTube video out there for everything. I literally dive down YouTube rabbit hole sometimes, like, holy crap, there's a YouTube out there for everybody. I found some on pins the other day because I was looking for some new pins. And I'm like, what kind of pins should I buy? I went to YouTube. Guess what? There's people out there who review pins, ink pins, guys. Okay. Find a way to do it, even if it's got to be like ghetto. Which reminds me, if you want the PDF for the intention setting journal prompts for the Capricorn new moon, drop me an email, astrocoachsarah, S-A-R-A, astrocoachsarah at proton.me, and I'll send you that PDF. And if you need accessibility, please tell me that you need accessibility, because then you won't complain that I didn't send you accessibility. Okay. All right. But this is what you're doing to hold yourself back. You're dimming your own sun. You are self-sabotaging. You are thinking you're too small. You're thinking that you can't because of blah, 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 fill in the blank, right? There's a million things, right? We all have limitations. We all have something that keeps us small. So you're done with it. That's what that sun in reverse is. You're dimming your own sun. Stop doing that. All right. We also got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Didn't we just get this recently? This Wheel of Fortune in reverse, because you're backpedaling. We're constantly taking ourselves out of the game, right? We're constantly doing something to ourselves, whether we're holding on to old things or whatever. I think this all has the same message. There's no difference here. That's the sun in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. If you're wondering why you're not getting where you want to get, it's yourself. Look in the mirror. Or do something that equates mirror work to you. Take a look at, evaluate, take stock in how you verbalize things, take stock in what you talk about, take stock in who you talk about it with. I'm careful about who I tell things to, because I don't want people's juju on my stuff, right? I don't want their bad juju on my stuff. And I have people in my life who tend to poo-poo on things that I want to do and that I think that I know I can do, but they poo-poo on it. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Why would you want to do that? I don't tell them things because I don't want their, meet them where they are. You don't have to not be around people. Meet them where they are. Let's see what's up with the Woodland Wardens. I haven't done this deck in a while. All right, we got the turtle and turtle and coriander. And this is satisfaction. What is it? Satisfaction is no guarantee. Isn't that the line in, like, what song is that from? What song is that from? Oh crap, I can't remember. It's a Bon Jovi song. But anyway, that's not the point. Turtle and coriander, satisfaction. Okay, what is going to satisfy you? Let me put it this way. If you are constantly wondering why shit ain't moving forward, and you're the one that's self-sabotaging it, you're not satisfied because of yourself, right? I'm getting kind of spicy here. I'm getting kind of hardcore here because again, this is as much about me as it is about y'all, right? Y'all watching this. But if you're, wondering why the work ain't working because you ain't working the work. You're not getting where you want to get in life because you're not working the work. It's that simple. It's that simple. So this could be a pretty vicious darkening moon. I feel like mine was just very vicious. And I feel like that's where, 2025 is no joke of a year. It has a lot of potential, but you've got to work the work. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yes, videos will be coming out. I promise they're coming. Give me a minute. But yeah, it's because I do sometimes have other priorities that take precedence over YouTube. So but they will get out. The tea tasting will get out. Tea tasting might actually be up by the time I even put this video even post. So there's that. But yeah, look for videos this weekend for the 2024-2025 video, the Capricorn sun and rising signs and all of the things. But always, you can get the wellness astrology with me. You can get the astro goals with me if you really are wanting to know what areas you should be focusing on right now, or what do you want to know about your Aquarius placement. I'm the coach that makes you feel okay to be weird, because it's okay to be weird. All right. All right. Okay, cool. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.